Disclaimer. All information are mostly based out of the book, Probably Approximately Correct, Nature's Algorithm for Learning and Prospering in a Complex World by Leslie Valiant, and do not conduct from my own ideas or my own research. The purpose of this video is to deepen my own understanding and teach other people a thing or two. Is a computer able to think? Questions like these, or questions about the consciousness, the free will, or the creativity, are very interesting questions, and I will or will not answer in this video. The answer to this question is yes. The answer is no. The answer is not yes, but it's also not no. How does this make any sense? Well, let me ask you this. How much does the word elephant weigh? And does it increase in weight if you increase the font size? And you would tell me, well, that's a silly question. The word doesn't have any weight. Oh, so does it weigh 0 kilogram then? No. Well, then what does it weigh? The real answer would be that the concept of weight does not apply to our concept of words. Now, you might already see where this is going. It's the same for our initial question. The concept of intelligence does not apply to the concept of computers and our technology. In the case of the weight of words, this might be obvious, but let's look into more detail in this specific case. What exactly is thinking? Consciousness? Well, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. And that is exactly the problem. We don't know. If you ask a group of different people, which are all chefs here for no particular reason, everyone will give you a different answer. Since there is not that one concept of thinking or consciousness everyone knows. On the other hand, if you ask them what 2 plus 2 is, everyone will answer you 4. Why is that? Everyone learned the same concept of mathematics, and everyone will be able to calculate the answer in the same way. The concept of thinking and consciousness, on the other hand, are not thought of in this fashion. That is because these concepts of thinking and consciousness are so-called theoryless concepts. A theoryless concept is a concept that is not based on a specific rule and has no theoretical basis. We have no idea what it means to be thinking, what it means to be self-aware. If a child asks you what thinking is, or what these other words mean you're talking about, how do you describe it? How do you describe what love is? Right, you can't. And that is why these things are called theoryless. Theoryfull concepts, on the other hand, can be explained, they can be deduced by logic, by reasoning. Aristotle divided these things into 2 concepts, the inductive and the syllabus. The inductive can be understood as our learning process, while the syllabus is a reasoning process, which is based on solid proof. So concepts learned via reasoning are something to reason about, since they are just true based on specific theories. Learned concepts, on the other hand, are not explained via reasoning, they can only be learned over time. So if a child asks you what thinking and what reasoning is, you are not able to provide the right answer. But you are able to provide some answer. This way the child will learn over time and will learn how this concept works. It will be able to use it in useful contexts where it will seem fitting for other people. It learned how to use the concept not because it knows how it works, but in which context it's fitting in general conversation. And the child will gain a way to explain this concept in its own words. So, the concept of thinking and consciousness works in the context where they are learned. But it does not work when applied to other fields, since we did not learn this concept for this field. In the case of the weight example, it's easy to understand, since we know how the concept of weight works. Weight is a theoryfull concept. You can explain how it functions and does reason about why this question is wrong. Thinking, on the other hand, is a theoryless concept, and we learned where and how to use it. So when we use it in the concept of computers, it feels right, but it's completely wrong. It cannot be easily logically explained as with the weight example and why this question is wrong, since we do not even know what thinking is. So in summary, we have no idea what thinking is, thus we cannot answer if a computer is able to think. And that is why talking about intelligence and computers is as silly as talking about the weight of a word. Maybe this will change if we have a theoryfull concept of thinking, and it may even be applied to computers, but not at this moment. Since I'm still in the learning process, I may have talked complete nonsense here, so please, correct me if I'm wrong.